Okay, so I know you're all sitting. I'm assuming you're sitting. I'm sitting. Um, we're going to start just by like moving the energy. I'm going to stand up. If you want to just do it sitting down, that's okay. So, I'm going to take an opportunity to stand up without hands. And then just like whatever you want to do, just move from where you are. I'm just waving my arms overhead. I'm just going to swing them around a little bit and just feel the energy, just moving the air around you in any way. I'm going to just circle the arms a couple times, and we're going to sit. So maybe one more moment of just swishing, just swish. Okay, and then now I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to cross the leg and see if I can bring it down. Cross the leg, whatever, no attachment. All right, and then when you're ready, resettle yourself in your seat and come right in, just drop in. Receiving that opening energy within and the comfort of the air around you. Refreshed. As you inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart, bow your chin. Welcome yourself to your practice, to this moment. Call ourselves home 3 times. Inhale. Om. 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 Taking a few moments of resting in your stillness, in your resonance. You're really seeing your hands wherever you need to, gently opening your eyes. Let's start with the arm circles. So I'm going to stay seated, do what you need to do, of course. Now I'll start swinging this left arm around. Use the word swinging, but it's not swinging. It's moving with control and awareness and letting everything else come along for this little ride with soft eyes, fullness of your breath. Just welcoming yourself to this space and acknowledging the energies around you. And we'll switch arms. So the next time this left arm comes down, the right arm can, whichever way you circle, forward or back. Feeling the twisting action, turning. And then coming back to your stillness for a moment, just resting there, doing what you need to do with your legs. Good. Okay, I'm gonna open the arms out. And we'll do this like thing you probably did when you were kids. I'm just gonna switch. Oh, wait, I have to get the rhythm. You're just crossing one elbow over the other and maybe bring the hands together. Just opening your shoulders. And it could be very slow if it's like just figuring out coordination. Just let them kind of swing. Once you kind of get it, it's like, oh, okay. Let them move and invite in this joy and inner child remembrance. Okay. 5, 3, 2, and 1. And then resting for a moment, just feeling that awakening energy. Okay, we'll bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, flip the palms as you push away. Take your back, heart space back, drop your chin, and then inhale and rise up. And maybe there's an arch in the back. And then you're just moving between these two. And I'm going to go very slow to start. And maybe it'll pick up and become more fluid. It could be a bend in the elbows. Oh, bring something else into it. So explore. Good. We'll take one more. Inhale up. And release your arms. Take a moment. Feel. Good. Let's roll the shoulders a couple times in both directions. Great. Okay, I'm going to stretch my legs out. Give them a little moving. And okay, well, let's stay seated and offer ourselves a little footy. So however you need to sit, and just grab one foot. I still have my sock on. I might leave it on. Just give this foot a little wake up and a little massage and soften your jaw, your eyes. Switch. If you have your socks on, you're going to feel the difference. And then maybe move them around, shake them out, and we'll do the other foot, whatever that needs to happen. And maybe one more moment here, and we'll release, pause, and we're going to come back up. We're going to use the wall too, so just what you need to. Okay, I'm going to go opposite cross and see what happens. This is, oh, maybe just, oh, look at that. It's, you know, some days it's there. Of course, I was in the group room the other day. And, I tried to do it and I couldn't do it. And they're all watching and I'm like, like an audience, party tricks. But, then you just laugh. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to open the hand. I'm going to place the hand, and this is shoulder height. You can walk the body out and lean more into the shoulders. Okay, I now just start doing this automatically. This is kind of nice. All right, so assuming you're at your wall, you're positioned. Once the hand is at the wall, I'm just going to take off my sweater. I'm just going to move the arm forward and back. It's almost like that, the inner eye of the elbow is moving and the shoulder is going to start to participate. So just do that a few times and feel, if anything is awakening, and then we'll keep doing this little action, but change where you have the hand, and that could be higher, lower, and you could, do this. I just walk the feet out, I'm leaning more and just see what happens. Okay, I'm going to walk my feet back in, and now I'm going to go a little bit lower where I was. So you might walk your feet back out again, just kind of see, and then roll that shoulder and be very aware of, oh, this is interesting, what's happening. Okay, good. And then come back, release your arm, and just feel for a moment what's happened. And we'll do the same thing with the other side. So I'll turn around, spread the fingers of the right hand. And, I started right away just doing that what I call shoulder flossing sometimes. We push away and let the shoulder come back. That just kind of felt nice. Okay, and then I'll reestablish this action of just rolling the arm. The shoulder's gonna go, but the wrist is pretty stabilized. You might feel the hand is shifting balance as it is. Okay, now I'm gonna take the hand up higher, and maybe I'll step back and change the weight a little bit. We're just turning the arm, breathing and smiling, exploring. Okay. And you take that hand to a lower place, and you might move forward and back and make accommodations for your shoulders so that you can do this, receive it, and think of it as deep flossing, anything that's tight in the shoulder. All right, and then we'll come back and drop your arm and just take that moment to feel. Good, okay. I'm gonna turn, I'm not that far away from the wall. I'm just gonna put my hands up. I'm gonna move this camera back. Cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna come, I'm not that far away. It's gonna reach up, the fingers are spread. You might walk your feet back. You're just gonna feel a place where you can take the hips back, almost hinge back, and let yourself come down so that there's a stretch in the upper shoulders or the underarms, maybe. That's where you're feeling it. Dropping the heart, roll the shoulders up and down the back, press into the palms. And then there might even be a press from the shoulder blades up through the arms. So I'm taking the hips back, maybe the knees need to bend, but really let that be about the shoulder joint here. Hands are firm. Just getting some space or firming, whatever's happening for you. And then press your hands into the wall to rise up. Walk yourself towards the wall. Release your arms. Just feel that. Good. Okay. I'm going to come back to the same thing, but I'll take the hands down a little bit. So I have the arms straight. Now there's a little bend in the elbows. You're going to bring the elbows so they're pointing down, so they're not winging out to the side. Yes. And then straighten your arms. So you might even move back a bit and then bend the elbows, place the forearms at the wall. And you're just going to straighten and bend. And I took you into we started here kind of moderate, but if you think, oh, I can go deeper, then take your arms back up, maybe step back, and you can bend and straighten a few times and just going nice and slow. Good. Okay. And then bring like you're doing Sphinx at the wall almost, the forearms, can't see, but my forearms are at the wall. Now I'm going to drop the shoulders, see if I can lift the heart, take the thighs back a bit. Really pressing from the shoulders to the elbows like we do on the floor. Off your shoulders. And to come out, straighten your arms and then release your arms down by your sides and just feel all that goodness. Okay, we're going to add a little twist. So let's say this is my left arm. I'm going to take it to the wall. So the hand is spread, and the elbow is in line with the shoulder, maybe higher, maybe lower, whatever you need to do. And then you start to just turn your feet away, turn your heart away. Maybe take the right arm and just open it out. Take a moment. Okay, now we're going to take this right arm. You can turn your feet, turn your body, but don't move the left hand. And take the right arm and just thread it underneath. And you might have the upper arm resting on the wall. Maybe you can walk it more underneath. And I'm going to push into the left hand, left elbow, and just turn the head. And then come out, open the arm, turn your feet. And we'll just do this a few times, just moving in a more open and closed space. Okay. And the next time the right arm opens out to the side, I'm going to turn the body so I'm facing the left, the right, and take the arm up and over and reach that hand towards the wall. And then hang out. You can drop your head into the left arm if it's going to reach. Power through this right hip to the right foot. Okay, and then come out, release your arms. Maybe they need a little swing. It is. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on the second side. So take the right forearm to the wall, and I'll begin by just turning myself away, opening the heart. Maybe the left arm's going to come out, the head. And take my eyes to my left thumb. Spread the fingers of the right hand. And as you exhale, take that left arm all the way across and thread it through. And maybe you hang out here for a moment, just feel what you can do here. And then I'll start to move into this fluid opening and closing. Let the feet move as they need to. Maybe they stay stable. You just kind of see what's possible. Good. And the next time this left arm opens out to the side, you take it up to the sky and over towards the wall. Maybe the head can rest. Just breathing. Okay, and then come out, release both arms. You need to give them a swing, do that. And take a few moments to breathe. Okay, and then we'll move into a very slow downward dog. So I'm going to take the arms back up, they're straight, spread the fingers to the wall. And start to walk your feet back, but it's really about taking the hips back. And then just being in wherever this is here for you. So my hands are up nice and high, and I'm going to take 2 breaths. And I'm going to push into the wall and almost float myself up. Like you kind of push into the wall, come up. And take your hands back down. And maybe they go lower this time. When you spread the fingers, walk back. I'm just going very slow, exploring. You know, what are the shoulders doing? I want to open apart and down the back. The head can get some space, neck can get some space. I'm going to push into the wall and float up like I'm flying. And come back down, and maybe the hands are going to go lower. Maybe the feet will walk back a little more. Hips are coming back. Just being in this stretch. Feel like you're opening from the hip bones to the underarms. So the hip bones are pressing one way, underarms are going the other way. And we'll push into the wall and float up, and flying. Okay, drop your arms, turn around, and we'll take forward fold with the hips at the wall. If you need your blocks, bring them in. Otherwise, it's kind of fun, you know. I know the wall is there. Just gonna see, oh, boom. You just have to trust. Good. And then as you exhale, come on down and bring yourself in. And if this is a healthier way to do it for you, if you're putting your head below your heart, it's not going to honor that. Move mindfully. So I do have my hands on the floor, the head is releasing. My knees are bent. I'm going to breathe here for a few moments. One more breath. Come on. Just bend the knees, let the hips slide down the walls, and maybe the hands move to the thighs, or maybe they move out. And from the power of your legs in your belly, you rise up. Straighten the legs, release the arms. I'm just going to rest here for a moment. You feel dizzy, let it be, let it be. Great. Okay. We'll come away from the wall and turn. And we're going to take tree pose. And maybe we do it with the wall. This is always kind of interesting to me. So I stand a little bit away from the wall so that when I take this leg up, I'm heel toeing the standing leg to like get this knee to touch the wall. That might be, you might find if your knee is coming forward, you're going to honor that and kind of turn your body. And maybe your tree pose is going to look more like this. So just kind of find that place where the knee can hit the wall, even if the foot is here, you know, just snuggle in, knee to the wall. And then lift your arms. Think about dropping this left hip. It's lifting. So it's stabilizing. And because it's so stable, you can explore this lift through the right side if you're standing on the right leg. Okay, we're very close to the wall. I'm going to take the left hand to the wall, palm to the wall, reach up through the right side. Now I'm going to bend, even though you can't see, I'm bending the left elbow and taking the right hand. Maybe it's going to touch the wall, maybe not. I'll say he doesn't like that. Good, one more moment. And then release. Once the hands have come down, step down, take a breath. Okay. Okay, so now let's just try the same leg tree pose. So before, you know when we're gonna do the same leg, take your right leg and just give it a little bit of this. And let's shake out that hip. And now we're gonna step away from the wall. Unless you love that, you can do that again or have your hand at the wall. Okay, I'm gonna find the mountain pose. Find your strength and your stability in your standings. The heart is lifting, the tail's dropping. And shifting your weight and with joy. So you're smiling. You don't care what happens. You're just going to do it because it's the practice, not the perfect. Okay, I'm reaching the arms up. The side bend is always interesting. I'm going to take the left hand down to this left thigh and see what happens if I crescent over through the right side a little bit. Okay, and then we'll come out. However you come out, stand, breathe. If you feel that hip needs a little release, just give it a little hippie shake. And then we'll do all that on the second side. So turn around. You'll find your tree pose, knee at the wall, and adjust yourself. If you need to turn more to the wall to honor your hip, do that. Okay. Now, so I'm pushing into the wall with the knee, and reach the arms up, and then feel this right hip joint. Can you drop it a little bit? And cultivate joy and your stability. Inviting in space. So foot and the leg are really pressing against each other. The knee is connected to the wall. You're going to take the right hand to the wall, reach up through the left side, press it over. I'm bending the right elbow as I do this. And breathe and expand. So pressing from your left hip, outer hip to the foot. Creating some space from hip joint to underarm. Okay, and then we'll come out. Your standing leg needs a release. Just give it a release. Okay. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. This time we'll balance maybe. So you're going to stand on the left leg and find your mountain pose, heart lifting, tail dropping, and there you are, like a mountain. Okay, and then we'll stand on the left leg and find the right side into its tree. Wherever that be, notice the toes. You know, are they gripping? Are they balancing? Are they planted? Breathe, breathe, breathe. And if you want to try that, so you can try it and see what happens. And take one more moment. You can spell out. Okay, and then come out. And this time, let's just take these legs wide. We'll just give everything a little moving. I'm going to circulate these arms, so they're going to come up and over and move them in one direction. Good. And then change, swing them in the other direction. Good. Okay, I'm gonna go side to side and find the balance, lift the leg. So good. Come back. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna step the feet a little further apart and turn them out. I should probably take my socks off, but I'm not gonna, I don't know. And we're just gonna start to bend. So this stays straight. You're not gonna, you know, thinking more of like, think of a ballerina doing this, like, plie. You know, this. So you're just going to welcome yourself in, just feel this. And I'm going to settle into what's called, you know, goddess pose. So maybe the feet can go wider and start to come down. And now I'm going to take that same arm position we kind of played with. Cross here, I'm going to lift up. I'm just going to turn this. I stay in the, and no, if you need to, 80s bounce, do what you got to do. Okay, take one breath. And then open the arms, let them rise up. Okay, take your hands to your hips, friends. We're going to jump the feet together. Give a little jump. Yes. Take a breath. Okay, great. Well, I do want to do the opposite side of the arms, so I guess we'll do that again. So I'm going to jump the feet apart because jumping is good. Take your stance. Maybe we just go right in. Take the arms out. This time I'm going to take the right arm underneath the left. I think that's the opposite. We'll just find this. This could be it. Maybe it's up and down. Maybe it's just the down and the breathing and the receiving and the cultivating your strength and your stability, your flexibility. And then open your arms, come out. Bring the hands to the hips. Jump your feet together. And breathe. Let's put your hands on your heart and just close your eyes for a moment. Just take a moment of gratitude and thanks for this moment, for being here, for your heartbeat and your breath. Okay. Release your arms, gently open your eyes. Okay, we're going to come down. And I think I'm going to do that into a squat. And you could, if you have a blanket down, like I'm going to keep this down because we're going to use it. I'm going to put my heels on the blanket, maybe turn the toes out. I'm down. You stop here. Great. Take a few moments. You can bend and straighten your knees. If you're good to come all the way down, take some time. In the squat, in this deep hip flexion, knee flexion, feet are doing something. Oh, here I am at the wall. Look at that. That should feel nice. One more moment. Release from this, however you need to do that. We'll come down. I'm going to put a head support in, and we'll keep our blocks handy, your bolsters handy. You can put your sweaters on, your socks back on if you took them off. And just drop in. So feel free to come to lie down. If you're not there, maybe you roll yourself in. Once you're down, open your arms out to the side. Either stretch your legs out or keep them bent. And just receive the earth, receive gravity. Let yourself rest into that. One more breath. Okay, take your arms above your head. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Maybe the legs are straight here, and keep your arms overhead, and we'll move into windshield wiper. So I'm going to lift the knees up at the same time, put the feet down, and start to glide into windshield wiper. Very grounding pose. At the same time, it's also, twisting you and calming you, opening you on those days where you just don't know what you need some soothing. Good one. Okay, and coming to center, we'll take the arms back out to the sides. Okay, friends, so this one we're going to take the hand underneath, and I know you know this. I'm going to start with the right hand. I'll turn the palm down. I'm going to roll all the way over to the left side and bring this right back of the right hand to rest somewhere on the back, and then roll yourself back onto your back. And once you're there, you can take the left hand, maybe it finds the right fingertips, and lift the hips and readjust your arm. When it comes in more, the hand might go up, the hand might go down, maybe it needs to go out more. Just finding a place where you can rest here and allow the opening of this right shoulder. So I can even take the left hand and it might just massage for a little bit. It could press and open, or even you can grab that skin. So I'm just at the breast and the upper underarm area, and just grab that skin and pull it towards the center of you. Release that shoulder. So the legs can stay bent, they can straighten. Maybe the head wants to turn to the left. And you can stay like this, or you can take the left arm, open it up above your head, bend it, rest your head into the palm or the crook of your elbow, anywhere there. Okay, we're going to take about 5 breaths. Nice full inhale and that exhale. It just lets the body know everything's fine. Soft jaw. Releasing the right shoulder. Letting the weight of your body be heavy on your arm. Even push into the arm, like the mid waist or wherever part of you is touching. You push into the arm. So one last breath. You straighten your legs, you bend. Take the left arm back out if you took that one in first, and then lift the hips and release the right arm, and just be in this here for a moment or two with the legs bent or straight. Feel the shoulders. Oh, they are thanking you. We'll do the second side. So I'll turn the left palm down, bend the knees, roll onto the right side, and take this left hand behind, and then roll back onto the back. The right hand's going to find these left fingertips, and I'll lift the hips and reposition the arm. So if I take the hand up towards the right shoulder blade, I'm going to get a little more. And if I take the hand down to the waist, it might be a different more. So a deeper release maybe. So you feel, you know, this is a shoulder that needs some attention. Take your right hand over and you can massage, you can mush, you can grab that skin and pull it towards the center. Anything you're doing, soften the face, the jaw. I'm going to straighten my legs here. And then I'll release the right arm, maybe overhead or bending. And resting in. So this is the act of feeling, acknowledging, and being. And then moving to the deeper layer. Saying, what can I soften here? Invite in more flow. I'll participate a little more fully by pressing into the arm with the back area. That's going to shift something, but it might also take the pressure off the shoulder area, that it can now relax a little more. Be here, breathe, soften, receive. Nice big breath. Side out. And we'll bend the knees first, and I'll release the right arm. And lift the hips. Take the left arm out and feel all that. So just as we are, I'm going to take a little bridge, and I'm going to lift and lower the arms overhead as I do that. That's not a requirement, though. Be anywhere you like. you know, the full pose, if you're watching me, I'm just going to show it really quick. So I bend the elbows, I lift the shoulders and I anchor them down, drop in, lift the hips, put the hands down. And if I can go deeper, I'm going to interlace the fingers, walk the upper arms towards each other. But see what's happening. This is, everything is connecting here. So, but that's maybe for another day. So I'll start by lifting and lowering the arms, like I said, and then I might move into that for the last little bit, just so you know. Okay, set yourself up. Place your arms. Drop the upper arms to the floor, the heart to the floor. And on an inhale, lift your hips from the tail up. Think of this as your cat-cow. And then exhale, and come down. So you're rolling through the spine. Maybe the arms are moving or not. Good. Do one more like this with the arms moving. And I'm going to come to the arms overhead. I'm going to leave them there with the spread palms as I lower down. And I'll lift and lower here 2 more times with the arms overhead. And then after this next one, we're going to hold the lift for a few moments. So now I'll bring the arms down, reposition, see if I can find this upper arm. I'm on the upper arm's head, and just take 2 more breaths as you are. You can lengthen your tailbone a little bit towards your knees. Okay, and then release, come down. Just be in this energy. And we're going to hug the knees in. Your child's pose on your back. And just enjoy this. Soothe yourself. You rock side to side or simply be still. It's all good. Take a few moments here. Okay, so we're going to lower the feet. Before I do that, I'm going to lift the head and chest and make tiny, tiny, tiny little sweep. And then lower your feet to the floor, head to the floor, and open your arms out to the side. I'm going to heel toe the feet wide, pigeon toe the toes, drop the knees in, and breathe in this expanded place. Okay, let's grab a block, maybe 2. We're going to put it underneath the sacrum. So whatever height you like, and if you don't like the blocks, substitute a blanket. The blocks can also go together to make a wider face. I think I'm going to put them on the second height. I'm going to stack one on top of the other. Position that so the sacrum is supported and heel toe the feet a comfortable distance. So the shoulders are on the floor, back of the head is on the floor. Whatever height you're on, this is a release. This is it's an upside down. You know, the hip flexors, depending on, I guess, the height of your blocks, are going to have a different release. But just feel like, oh, you might even take your hands into the hip flexors or the hip bones, give them a little, oh, I know you moment. And then we'll drop in. And some people love to straighten their legs here. Whatever works for you at this moment. We'll just take 5 breaths. Dropping in. Releasing to the gravity, releasing to your props, releasing to the floor. Soften your third eye. Okay. I'm going to come to windshield wiper. I'm going to take one of these blocks out. I'll just be on one block for this, and you could also have no blocks. Okay, and we'll separate the feet, move into your windshield wiper. If you're on the block, you're going to feel all those, the low back, what's happening. Embrace this massage and this deep tissue massage. That's what it feels like. Okay, And we'll do one more on each side. Come to center and take the block out, lower yourself all the way down. Shift your blocks over. Okay, take a moment to just be on the earth and you feel your low back is like, feels spacious for me, hopefully for you. You're gonna bring the knees in again. And this time we're gonna circle, and I'll just hold onto the kneecaps, and it's a small circle, same kind of area that we were just deep tissue massaging, and now we're just gonna roll on it a few times and reverse. Okay. Drop your feet to the floor. Take that naturally as soon as like, okay. All right. Our next one is I'm gonna cross this ankle over knee. And you can stay here. If you're very tight here, you just stay. Otherwise, we're gonna go thread the needle. Hands can interlace, but if that's like, everything's crunching, support your head. You throw a block under your head. Maybe that's exactly what you need to have happen. Feels great. Well, I'm just gonna hang out here. Let the feet be soft because the pose itself is awakening something. Just drop in. Notice if you're holding your breath. Let it flow. Just gonna rock a little bit, rock the legs a little bit to the left just to find something new. Take one more breath. Okay, before I release, I'm gonna lift the head, make it tiny, might interlace above the shin. That's possible. And then release, come back to the rest, but legs out or knees together. Just receive what's been open. Going through my head right now is just gratitude that having the space and time and presence, practice, and cross that left ankle over the right knee and take a moment to just assess where you want to be on this path. Flowing into your version. Pop your head up if you need more. Now I'm out in the public more. This, what we're doing here, I gifted to so many people I know, sciatica or tight low back, have trouble bending over. All of those things can be medicated by something like this. So, big gratitude. Give your breath, give space. You're doing it, you're doing it. You shift a little bit to the right, drop it again. With gratitude and with joy. Drop that outer hip more. Even if it's just in the jaw and the hip muscles, good things for the jaw and the hips. Almost a very similar cone shape. Okay, come out, pause in your resting space. Feel this great release. Okay, I'm going to grab the bolster. I can do that without coming up. I'm going to place the bolster between hips and heels. We're going to move into Baddha Konasana. So if that's not enough support for you, or maybe prefer a cross, here I have my ankles crossed, and maybe that might be better. So the soles of the feet together. Just find where you can be. So you have this open hip and feet. If the feet come together, it just kind of closes the circuit. If you feel like the soles of the feet meet, maybe they come up right through the beginning of the spine. I say spine, but really it's everything. All the chakra centers and all together. The hands can rest on your body or out to the side. over your head, in place. And surrender deeply. Feeling into this. Your heart is open. Your body's resting. It's open. It is a surrender. Starting to focus on the flow of the breath. And even participating a little muscularly, letting the breath expand. And exhale, inviting in the contraction. Almost like that dragon breath, this bit of a participatory pumping. And in this open space, I feel like I'm going to bring in a more active pumping breath of fire. So if you wish to speed it up, it would sound like this. And then release that whole action and just be in the softening, receiving. Bend the knees and lift the hips and just draw that bolster underneath the sacrum. Then we'll come to our windshield wiper here. If this is okay for you. Just windshield wipering yourself a few times. We'll come to center and you could stay here on the bolster. I'm going to bring the knees in and the bolster gives you a little bit of a lift. Maybe it'll be a little bit of a back release. Just adjust the head and the shoulders as you need to. We'll take a few breaths here, just releasing, receiving. Maybe it feels very compressed. You just bask in that. For the next few moments, with the shoulders drop. Okay, so I'm going to take these legs and just extend them, maybe up, maybe they're not going to go straight, maybe they'll just keep in, maybe they'll straighten, maybe I can grab here, and wherever you are, just wrap my arms around the backs of the thighs, or hold the backs of the calves. Release the feet to the floor, stretch the legs out if that's okay for your back, and take the arms overhead, let the feet just flop. A few moments in this outstretched place. And for our next pose, if you choose to enter into this adventure, will be legs up the wall. We're at that place as well. If you want to set up for a very nice long Gur Shavasana, then this is the time to do that. So whatever your pose be, just be. Cultivate that joy every time you set up. This is for me. This is for me. I get to do this. It's a privilege. It shouldn't be. So much potency in the practice. Practice of simply being, of getting to know yourself, honoring this body, all of its experiences, its history that's created what it is. We get to recreate it. It's never a, if you engage in practice and you know you have the strength and the ability and the practice to guide you into wellness. You have a headache, and maybe you lie down, you cover your eyes, or you support the back of your head, or all these things that we kind of pick up along the way as we practice. There's always room to expand. I'm going to go with that. Room to expand. To come into your rest and really think of that as like, oh, I'm giving myself room to relax, to rest, and to invite in this expansion, and fluid and breath and flow, the inner flow of all things, and the organs relax. Sometimes that busy mind is the last thing. Learning how to soften, learning how to soften the eyes, the ears, the jaw, and the tongue. And maybe the brain will also start to relax. Staying as you are, repositioning to align down Shavasana. Coming back to this idea of expanding, feeling into the expansive energies holding you and surrounding you above and below, within and without. Continuing on, nourishing, gentle movements, slowly awakening. Bring yourself back. Moments in your stillness, reminding yourself this opening sit, tuning into that shift of energy, in and out, above and below, front and behind, side to side. Inhale, grow tall, exhale. Join your hands at your heart and bow your chin. Still this practice with one own. Inhale. Oh. Breathe your sacred breath into your hands. And offer this to yourself. Energy from within. More than you know. Right? Make magic. Martha, I know this is your last class. Have a great time away, and we'll see you when you get back.
I will. Thank you very much.
Ah, take care, friend.